golf, St. Andrews, the old course.
No better place for any level of game. For the beginner of the game or the greats of the game, this is the golf course they've all cherished to play.
Stepping up to the first tee at such an iconic venue, Frank, what is going through your mind here?
Well, you'd think with such a wide fairway it would be the easiest fairway to hit, but Swilcan, there's an out of bounds down the right, and then the Swilcan Burn runs all the way across from the right-hand side in front of the first green. So really, you want to make sure you have a full shot into this first green.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, on the second shot here at this first hole, a player will get a good sense of the winds here and how they can play a role at the old course.
And they'll also get a good sense of exactly how punishing this golf course can be, and with such the smallest things. For example, that burn is only about 3 or 4 yards across, and yet it is punishing, to say the least.
Good putt. And now 1 under par. Now to the second hole here at the Open Championship. And Frank, what's the best way to attack?
Ideally, if you're not side, but if you've got some wind conditions, wind behind your back, you can nearly drive this green.
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend Frank Nobilo. We are at the most historic course in the world, Frank, the old course at St. Andrews.
I can't believe it was established in 1552, and it's just a pleasure to play. 7 shared greens. And if you want to sort of do the maths on that, know exactly where you are. The shared greens will always add up to 18. For example, if you're on the second, it'll share it with the 6th. And there is 4 greens that aren't shared at all. That's 1, 9, 17, and 18. But just an absolute pleasure. And it's actually fun to play the course.
Frank, many golfers unaccustomed to the full effects of the wind and playing without a caddy watch with great intent as their well-struck approach shot ends up, 1, not only short of the hole, but 2, short of the green, and 3, short of the burn by some 10 yards.
Yeah, you only need a puff of breeze, really, because it comes over the mound that's behind that first green. And for some reason, that second shot always seems to play that sort of 3 or 4 yards longer, even for the best players in the game.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. In red figures at 1 under par. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. So a tester from 4 feet. And so just getting started, even par so far. Here we are now at the second. Always so important to try and establish a good round in these opening holes, Frank.
In the second hole, especially with a prevailing breeze and today's modern equipment, the odd player has actually driven this green, but you really see the tone of the golf course. The middle of the golf course is protected. There's a series of bunkers down there, but the left is always the safe side of the golf course, but the best line to play your second shot from on the whole golf course is always the right side, and we see that here at the second.
But this one has a chance to be really good.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You've just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
Second shot now, and this is from 140 yards away. Moving a little left of the flagstick, Frank. That is how it's done, right there. What an approach shot. Second shot, good look at the green. Locked in on the read and the speed. So in the red figures at 1 under. Just 5 feet left. So 2 under early on. At the third hole now, Frank, it looks relatively easy, but you know there's some danger lurking somewhere out there on the old course.
There is. There's the pot bunkers down the right side. This is a tee where really you want to have an idea where that wind is coming from. If it's into your face, you might want to be a little cautious and go towards the middle of the golf course. But if it's behind you, well, then it's worth challenging that right side. Oh, I liked that.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That will be a great look at birdie. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. One thing about the old course at St. Andrews, it is not just the golf course, which makes the experience so memorable. It's the setting. It's the small town. It's people hanging out of the windows and watching. It's all the history. You're just bathed in it when you walk into that grand old town of St. Andrews. Settles in over the putt. Wow, I thought he made that. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
So -2 early in the round. Frank now at the fourth hole.
Yeah, long par 4. Two choices, whether you game enough to drive it down the right or down the left, which is a much wider piece of fairway.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, golf may be the best sport to follow from this standpoint. You can get closer to the great athlete in golf than you can in any other sport. You could stand 5 feet from Tiger Woods at a tee box as he's getting ready to drive. I mean, that's really unusual in sports.
Yeah, it's a different type of spectator sport, especially if you follow your favorite player all the way around the golf course. Because it's not like waiting for your favorite hitter in a baseball game. You know, you've got to wait several innings. You can literally see him hit every single shot, drive through the putt.
In the fairway, sitting up nicely, and just 155 yards to go. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
No snack though.
Oh my gosh, that hurts. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Just a little tap in here. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Chance here at the par 5 fifth, Frank, to make a little move early in the round.
Yeah, it's certainly eagles galore. The fifth hole is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, shared with the 13th. So good tee shot, and you have a nice big target, even though it's a blind second shot coming up.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole.
There's something about a well-hit shot.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. That is just an outstanding shot right there. And now a chance for an eagle. Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. That one ends up in the rough.
Oh, that went sideways.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another. Really. This is an awkward length.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. He was fooled a little bit on that one, Frank. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh my goodness, how did he miss that? Right about 9 feet here to the hole. You have to like that. 4 under. Blemish on the scorecard. A bogey. Moving on to the par 4 6th hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12th. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot. 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that
easy. Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Second shot, good look at the green. This is a good-looking shot. Now at 1 under for the round. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Continuing from the oldest championship in the game. It's the Open Championship at the old course at St. Andrews. Here at the 7th hole now, Frank.
Yeah, you try and hit your tee shot over a little stone there. It's called the March stone. That's a good line for like left of center. And, well, if you can just work it off that, good tee shot. You're only going to have a pitch in here to a green that's set up very high. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
90 yards. Generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, there's a real art to putting a good score on the board, isn't there?
Yeah, that's why stroke play is so tough, Rich. You're trying to minimize everything on a golf course. Turn a 6 into a 5 or a 4 into a 3. It's like even off the edge of a green, trying to get up and down in 2 rather than 3. And you've got to do it for 18 straight holes, straight holes. If it's a 72-hole tournament, then you've got to do it for 4 straight days. And that's why that's always been the best predictor of our best players, the ones that can go 4 days and make the least number of mistakes.
Getting set now over the putt. Just like that, now at 2 under. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, now at the par 3 8th, and how challenging is this hole?
Well, it's called short on the scorecard, but massive green. The problem here is trying to hit it close. A lot of little subtle breaks and undulations in this green, and often you see long birdie putts here.
Just a beautiful approach shot. Well, he knew it right from the start. Just a poor putt. Shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Good, solid par right there. Frank, the old course all about avoiding the pot bunkers. They're so nasty. And this is a good example here, the 9th hole.
Yeah, the pot bunkers really to be avoided are the ones in the middle of the fairway, but there are some that sneak in on the left side, plus that gorse on the left. If you can carry that last one, which is called the end hole, then there's a chance to perhaps drive this green. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Oh, what an incredible shot. This would be a huge momentum swing. This one's for birdie. Good work right there, now to 6 under. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good swing, good shot yet again. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Really has a feel on these greens. That is another birdie. This is impressive. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Good putt and a good move. Now to 4 under. Hole number 11, the Eden, is really the finest medium-length one-shotter in all of golf, isn't it, Frank?
Well, this hole's been copied by many an architect for the reasons why it's normally very, very difficult to make a hole of this length, or should I say this short, so difficult. But they've managed to do that here at Eden with that Strath bunker in the front and the severe sloping on either side of that bunker.
Well, that can really be brutal, can it?
It certainly does. And if you have any doubt there, you'll come unstuck at 11.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. We are about 170 yards from the hole.
Oh, this is right at it.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Eight is not enough. That is 8 under par with that birdie. Really has it going at 5 under. Frank, the charm of St. Andrews, the history of the old course, it all sort of comes into view here at the 12th, doesn't it?
Yeah, very pretty hole. Eden estuary to the right, and obviously a nice view of the township of St. Andrews in the distance. But long hitters can just lick their chops and have a crack at this green. All they've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker short. But either into the breeze, or if you're not a long hitter, you've got to worry about those 4 bunkers that are well placed smack bang in the middle of this fairway.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Good contact, good result.
Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Chance to get it close here. Strong wind here early in the round. And it makes the green in regulation. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. And in for birdie. Now to the par 4 13th, and again, Frank, it's all about avoiding the bunkers.
Yeah, another hole that forces you to go either right or left of something that you can see. The 2 bunkers called the coffins right up ahead. You can also go beyond those, and if you do, then you've got a much shorter shot in, but you've got to avoid those fairway bunkers. They are very costly.
Excellent looking shot here. That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
Second shot.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. These putts keep the round together.
Well, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now par.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And getting ready for the putt. On fire right now. 7 under par. Frank, the 14th is a big par 5, chance to make a big move, but also possibility of making a big number if you're not careful.
Yeah, you've got to be very aware of the out of bounds on the right side, even though it does move to the right. Ideal tee shot is down the right side that gets very close to that, because then that opens up the second shot and keeps that tee shot away from that crop of bunkers called the birdies. There's a big cross bunker up ahead that has to be avoided for the second shot. If you're long enough, you can reach this par 5 and 2, but this green with so many undulations that it is anything other than flat.
But this one has a chance to be really good. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
But he's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Boy, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man. Getting set now over the putt. Moves to -8. Shouldn't be a problem here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, the 15th here at the Old Course, just a classic example of links golf, where you might be aiming for something that isn't even on the golf course.
Exactly. There's a nice line there in between the two humps that you can see in front of you off the tee. If you keep looking down, you'll see the church steeple. That's the perfect line for the tee shot. Got to be careful with the second shot coming up. You see the 16th tee and out of bounds to the right of this green, and that little pot bunker that protects the front. Oh, that's fine.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Second from an excellent lie. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Second shot, good look at the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Just a couple of feet. And that one drops for a birdie. Will make birdie if he holds this putt. Well in the red figures with 9 under for the round. All right, Frank, another par 4. It's the 16th. Players trying to make their way to the house, standing up in one piece. What's the best way to get at this hole?
Well, the normal player would actually try and hit the ball down the left. I've seen the odd player try and hit it down that out of bounds line and sort of flash it down the right side, but really there's not much of an advantage, Rich, unless you're the longest hitter in the business. So a little short and a little left of the principal's nose is a nice setup for the second shot here at 16.
Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor, who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You know, you can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, you know, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side. But you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in the rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. It was 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow through. All those things are still very valid today.
Flagstick 125 yards away. That will be a great look at birdie. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. -10 for the round. Locked in on the read and the speed. And it drops for birdie. Now at the 17th tee, and Frank, this is really when you begin to feel the weight and the history of the old course bearing down on you.
And you also feel the nerves as well, because you're having to hit it not just at a fairway or over a bush, but over the corner of an out of bounds. And you'll see there's a little sign up there that says Old Course and Country Club. So you've got to pick the exact letter for the line that you want to hit it across. Hit it down the right side. This hole certainly becomes shorter. Left, you find the left and short. You find the road hole bunker. A little right and long, and well, there's a chance of going out of bounds or on the road itself.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Chance to get it close here. Good looking shot right here. This is a cross-country special. Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, you could see he's just disgusted with that effort. So a tester from 4 feet. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Nine under for the round. Without a doubt, it is one of the most famous finishing holes in all of golf. Frank, it doesn't look like much from the tee, but wow, when you factor in the history, it's something special, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a little road that runs across this par 4. It's about 100 yards short of the green. It certainly comes into play when you play this hole into the breeze. But no breeze or into the breeze, you've got to worry about the out of bounds that surrounds this green all the way down the right side and beyond. And it's a wonderful little finishing hole in many ways because it tests the mere mortal and it tests the greats of the game. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. He's made it. Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now. Stroke, there's nothing wrong with that. Really, just it's a case of getting out of your own way. I mean, the opportunities ahead now, chance to win, just they have to be so motivating.